Hi guys, this is Chloe. We're going to read the daily devotional for today, April 12th, and the two scriptures that it gives out of the Jesus Calling book, and then we're going to read it Genesis 13 out of my NIV version. Let me get a drink real quick. All right. Trusting me is a moment-by-moment choice. My people have not always understood this truth. After I performed miracles in the wilderness, my chosen children trusted me instantly, not only temporarily. Soon the grumbling began again, testing my patience to the utmost. Isn't it often the same way with you? You trust me when things go well, when you see me working on your behalf. This type of trust flows readily within you, requiring no exertion at all of your will. When things go wrong, your trust flow slows down and solidifies. You are forced to choose between trusting me intentionally or rebelling, resenting my ways with you. The choice constitutes a fork in the road. Stay on the path of life with me, enjoying my presence. Choose to trust me in all circumstances. And then the first scripture that I give is Exodus 15:22 through 25. Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled in the desert without finding water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink its water because it was bitter. That is why the place is called Marah. So the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What are we to drink?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. He threw it in the water, and the water became sweet. Then the Lord made a decree and a law for them, and there he tested them. And the second one is Psalms 31:14. But I trust in you, O Lord, I say, you are my God. All right, and then we're going to read Genesis 13. This is when it talks about Abram and Lot separating. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev with his wife and everything he had, and Lot went with him. Abram had become very wealthy in livestock and in silver and gold. From the Negev he went from place to place until he came to Bethel, to the place between Bethel and Ai, where his tent had been earlier, and where he had first built an altar. There Abram called on the name of the Lord. Now Lot, who was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. But the land could not support them when they stayed together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to stay together. A quarreling arose between Abram's herders and Lot's. The Canaanites and the Perizzites that were also living in the land at the time. So Abram said to Lot, "Let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herders and mine, for we are close relatives. It is not the whole land before you. Let's part company. If you go left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left." Lot looked around and saw that the whole plain of the Jordan towards Zoar was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. There was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and set out towards the east. The two men parted company. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. The Lord said to Abram after Lot had parted from him, "Look around from where you are, to the north and to the south, to the east and to the west. All the land that you see I will give to you and your offsprings forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offsprings could also be counted. Go walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you." So Abram went to live near the great trees of Mamre and Hebron, where he pitched his tents. There he built an altar to the Lord. Alright guys, that is the end of Genesis 13. I will be back on here tomorrow or the next day. I have some stuff going on tomorrow, but I will be back on here either way. I hope you guys have a really blessed night. Thank you.